Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alice. I'm the dietitian at Sunway Medical Center. So it's my pleasure today to like to share with you about some of the information about healthy eating and also healthy weight loss. Okay, before we talk more details about diet, I'd like to give you an overview about obesity and overweight trend in Malaysia. Unfortunately, about 50% of Malaysians are either overweight or obese. And most of the people who are overweight and obese are in the age group of 55 to 59 years old. So if you are comparing with other countries in Southeast Asia, ASEAN, so in Malaysia, about 50.6% of our populations are obese. And we have the highest number of people who are obese. Compared to other countries such as Brunei, Thailand, Indonesia, and rest of the country. So, and overweight or obese actually also related to other health complications such as sleep apnea, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, fatty liver, or cancer. Okay. Then you will just wonder, how do you know that your weight is within normal range or you are overweight or you're obese? What can you do? What can you do? You can calculate your BMI. How do you calculate your BMI? Which the equation is to use your weight divided by your height in meters squared. Then based on number, how do you know whether you are which category you are? So you can base on if your BMI fall lesser than 18.5, you are underweight. If your BMI within 18.5 to 22.9, you are normal weight. If your BMI within 23 to 27.5, you are overweight. If your BMI above 27.5, you are obese. Then let me give you an example. How can you calculate your BMI? Let me use this example. If your weight is 70 kilo and your height is 1.65. So as I mentioned earlier, how to calculate BMI is use the weight divided by your height in meters squared. So the weight is 70 kilo and divided by height 1.65 squared. So divided 2 times. Then your BMI is 25.7. Therefore, what does this 25.7 means? So this BMI is within 23 to 27.5. Therefore, you are overweight. Then you will just wonder, since that I know that I'm overweight, then what is your ideal body weight? Then how should I calculate my ideal body weight? So as I mentioned earlier, the normal BMI is supposed to be in between 18.5 to 23. So if your height is 1.65, then in order to achieve your BMI, the lowest weight is 18.5. How to calculate? Which is 1.65 times 1.65 times 18.5, which is the lowest BMI, 18.5. And your lowest weight to achieve is 50.4. Then you will just wonder, then what is your highest weight to achieve, which is at a BMI 23. How to calculate is 1.65 times 1.65 times 23. And the highest weight for you to achieve is 62.6. Therefore, your ideal body weight is in between 50.4 to 62.6. Sometimes you just wonder, you and your friend sharing the same weight. However, why your friends look more fit and look more thinner than you? Because there's a difference in terms of body composition. If your body has more muscle and lesser fat, you will look slimmer and looks more fit. So what you can see over here, if you compare the picture, the ladies at your right hand side, why she looks thinner? Because she has more muscle and lesser fat. However, the ladies at your left hand side, she looks a bit fatter than the ladies on the right because she has lesser muscle and more fat. And we know that muscle is heavier compared to fat. Therefore, this lady, she looks thinner. Then you will just wonder, so I only weigh myself through the weighing scale. How am I knowing my muscle or my fat composition in my body? What can you do? You can measure you can do body composition analysis. So let me show you the body composition analysis that we have at Sunway Medical Center. So the body composition that we have over here is InBody 770. So through this InBody analysis, you're able to know about your body composition, such as your weight, your muscle, and about your weight. So difference about this body composition compared to the others composition in the market. This body composition analysis able to analyze according to different segments of your body. So if you look closer to the box that are highlighted, so you're able to know about the fat and also the muscle at your right arm and your left arm, the trunk area, your leg area, either the left or the right. Not only to show your muscle, to know your muscle at different areas, but you're also able to know about the fat compositions at different parts of the body. Besides, through this machine, you're also able to track the trending. So if you see at the bottom here, the body composition history. As you can see, this subject, Jane, she managed to lose weight. At the same time, she managed to maintain her muscle, which is what we want to achieve for all our patients. And at the same time, she also managed to reduce her body fat in her body. So if you manage to reduce more fat and maintain your muscle, or you can increase your muscle, that would be great. Because if you have more muscle, you look more fit. Yeah. So sometimes some people, when they lose weight, they also will lose their muscle. This is not a good sign. So what we want to achieve is reduce the fat and maintain the muscle or increase the muscle. And we'll just wonder, how are we going to lose weight? How are we going to lose weight? So what do you need to do? So you need to achieve at least a calorie deficit, 500 calories per day, every day. After a week later, you manage to reduce 7.5 to 1 kilo. So how are we going to achieve this calorie deficit? By having calorie reduction from your food, which is about 250. At the same time, you need to increase your calorie expenditure. You need to do exercise and physical activities and try to achieve 250 calories per day. So let me show you some of the example of what calories burn, calorie which you can burn, within an hour and 30 minutes or in 30 minutes. So if you are doing jogging or running, you manage to burn around 300 calories in 30 minutes. So if you run for an hour, you manage to burn around 600 calories. And if you are doing walking, then you're able to burn about 140 calories in 30 minutes. If you can increase the duration to an hour, you manage to burn about 280 calories. So this can fit to just now what I mentioned, that you need to increase your physical activities at least 250 calories. Therefore, you can do either walking every day for an hour, or you also can do jogging at least 30 minutes per day. Then you will also wonder, how about diet? If I want to reduce the calories from diet, how am I going to reduce? So first of all, you need to understand where the calories come from. Calories come from these 3 different types of nutrients. First is carbohydrate. Those are examples of food contains carbohydrates such as bread, rice, noodles, fruits, cereal, lentils or legumes. And protein containing foods such as fish, chicken, meat, tofu or eggs. And fat come from oil, some of the nuts, legumes and seeds, they also contains fats, and some of the fatty fish. So if you are eating too much of food from this group of food, then your weight can increase. Okay, so I would like to collect some of your opinion about carbohydrate, whether carbohydrate is something need of, so I want to express. So I'd like to understand about your opinion, whether carbohydrate containing food is bad for body weight. Okay, actually carbohydrate won't increase your body weight if you eat the right amount. So actually our body, we require carbohydrate. Why we require carbohydrates? Because our brain, carbohydrate is one of the primary fuels, primary energy for our brain. So try to cut down refined carbohydrate. What do I mean? The refined carbohydrate will be like those like sugar containing beverages or those food that are containing sugar. To have so just like I mentioned that try to cut down the refined carbohydrate from those like sugars and try to have more carbohydrates from those like complex carbohydrates such as brown rice, wholemeal bread, lentils, legume, Quaker oats, and also fruits. So therefore, carbohydrate, if you eat the right portions, actually carbohydrate is good for us because those are high fiber carbohydrate also provide us those are essential nutrients. And one of the reasons why our weight increase, because we tend to underestimate the types of food, the calories of food that we are eating. So like for example, some people, they just want to have some crackers for their afternoon tea. So if you're having 9 pieces of crackers for your afternoon tea, actually the calories is almost equivalent to a bowl of rice. Or if you are having 2 curry pot, just only 2 curry pot, actually the calories also about a bowl of rice. And some people, they want to lose weight, therefore they would like to having something light for their dinner, such as like crackers and Milo. Actually, 6 pieces of crackers plus a cup of Milo, the calories actually is almost similar as a bowl of wonton noodles. So what do you think? Do you think that having crackers and Milo is more filling? Or you think that wonton noodles is more filling? Yeah, so the moral story that I would like to carry on that it would be good to have a healthy and balanced diet. Okay, sometimes the types of exercise and also the duration of exercise that we are doing, we tend to think that we burn a lot. Maybe before MCO, you may hear that some of your friends, they may have badminton session together with their friends. Then they will just wonder that why they are so active, why they are playing badminton, why their weight not coming down. Because after the games, they tend to go out and eat at Mamak store. Do you know that actually 2 pieces of roti canai and a cup of teh tarik, actually the calories almost 250. It's almost equivalent to playing badminton for an hour. And this also equivalent to 2 hours of walking or 1 hour of running. Another reason why also trigger the weight gain is because we consume too much of sugar. So do you know that in Malaysia, average per Malaysian, actually we are consuming about 26 teaspoons of sugar per day. And the recommendation only 10 teaspoons. Therefore, actually we are taking too much of sugar. Therefore, I think about 2 years ago, we are having this sugar tax. So actually it's something encourage us to consume lesser sugar. At the same time, also encourage the food manufacturer to use lesser sugar in their beverages. Actually, there's something good for us. Yeah. Okay, since that just now the slide that I'm showing, this slide which I'm showing, the amount of sugar in a common beverages, I mean the amount of sugar per cup in those are common beverages. So some people would think that they're just having kosong. Supposed to be there's no sugar, like for example Milo kosong. So actually a cup of Milo kosong contains 2.5 teaspoons of sugar. And teh tarik, which is the most common drinks for Malaysians, each cup of teh tarik actually contains 5 teaspoons of sugar. Then what are the things that you can what are the alternative options you can replace with those like sugar containing drinks? So actually you also can have those like sugar-free drinks such as tea, or those like you can put few slices of lemon into your drinks, or you can have infused water, or maybe you can boil some pandan leaf together with water, at least to give some flavor to the drinks. Or you can have plain barley water, or you can have tea or coffee without sugar, or you can have chrysanthemum tea or plain soda water. So these are the drinks that without sugar. Okay, so during MCO, so some people will feel that actually I'm cooking at home, supposed to be healthier, and why my weight still not coming down? Maybe the way how you cook maybe are high in calories. So if you use more oil and if you use more sugar in cooking, then this can cause your weight unable to come down easily. So like for example, then what can you do? What are the healthy cooking methods? So like for example, if you're having fried fish, so it'd be good to having steamed fish. So if you want to cook curry chicken, which is rich in oil, at the same time, some people may put some extra sugar in their curry. Actually, you can replace with something braised, such as braised with soya sauce or braised with dark soy sauce. Instead of having fried bee-hoon, because fried items like such a fried bee-hoon, fried rice, each bee-hoon or each rice coated with 1 layer of oil. So you can change to become bee-hoon soup. 2 pieces of roti canai actually consume about 400 calories. Then we are eating out, then you will just wonder, then since the roti canai is high in calories, what are the things that I can change to or I can swap to? You can change to become thosai. 2 pieces of thosai is about 200 calories. So by this changing roti canai to thosai, actually you manage to cut down 50% of the calories. Okay, how about nasi lemak? Nasi lemak can be considered as the most common breakfast for all Malaysians. How much calorie do you think? Actually, this plate of nasi lemak together with extra fried chicken, it has around 700 calories. Then what can you swap to? Actually, so you can have these rice together with vegetables and together with chicken, especially during lunchtime. Actually, you can have mixed rice. However, try to go for non-deep fried items and try to have more vegetables. And in terms of rice, so like if you are having those like nasi campur from those like warung, you can order white rice instead of biryani rice, because biryani rice, the calories will be higher. How about McDonald's? So if you're having one double cheeseburger, a medium fries, and also a cup of Coca-Cola, how much of calories do you think? It's about 910. Therefore, if you want to eat fast food, because as fast food is so convenient, and sometimes some people will say that my children love fast food. Doesn't mean that I mean you still can enjoy fast food. Maybe you can go for healthier option such as Subway. Subway, this BMT, one Subway is about 426 calories. And sometimes what you also can do, you can fill your plate with more fiber. Fiber are lower in calories and will make you feel full. Like for example, if you have like stir-fried vegetables, stir-fried pak choy, the calories only 80. And if you are having fresh fruit, one orange, the calorie only 50. However, when you're having juice, such as orange juice, one cup of orange juice, the calories about 110. Therefore, and some more, orange juice is not really filling. Therefore, having fiber such as fresh orange as a whole is something a better option. And also, very important to have regular meal. The rationale behind it to have regular meal, because long hour without food, you feel very hungry. When you feel very hungry, you tend to choose your food based on your gut feeling instead of based on the nutrient contents of the food. Therefore, it's very important not to skip meal, to have your regular meal such as your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. And also, you also can plan your meal with these healthy plate methods. So this is interventions done by our government, our Ministry of Health. You can Google it, search more Suku Separuh or Pinggan Sehat Malaysia Healthy Plate. So as a plate, you divide it into 4 compartments. A quarter of the plate try to fill with carbohydrate containing food. It'd be good to fill with those high fiber carbohydrate containing foods such as brown rice, wholemeal bread, or together with potatoes together with skin, or sweet potato together with skin. And a quarter of plate try to fill with lean protein. So like those are example of lean protein such as tofu, tempeh, fish. So if you are having those like chicken, animal protein such as chicken or meat, try to remove all the visible fats, which also can help you to reduce the cholesterol. And half of the plate, try to fill with fiber containing food, so such as vegetables. Try to fill different colors of vegetables because different colors of vegetables give you different nutrients, which are important for your body. Let me show you 2 examples. Okay, so on the top one, which is having the meal planning by using this healthy plate. So a quarter of plate with brown rice, which is red rice, which is high in fiber, and a quarter plate that with those like lean protein such as fish curry. Okay, so when you're having the fish curry, try not to have the extra gravy because gravy contains fat and also sodium. And half of the plate try to fill with vegetables. And you also can eat together with a piece of fruits such as an apple. And in terms of drinks, try to go for sugar-free drinks such as water or those example which I showed you earlier, such as green tea or the drinks like cooked together with pandan water, or you also can have plain soda water if you want some fizzy and cold options. And at the bottom, so if you don't want to have rice, you also can have noodles. And a quarter of plate together with the noodles, and a quarter of it with protein, which here are using eggs, and half of the plate filled with fiber, vegetables. So in conclusion, it's very important to achieve a healthy weight, maintain your weight at healthy BMI. So how are you going to achieve the healthy BMI? Very important. Need to aim for calorie deficit. You need to understand where the calories come from. Other than knowing about your weight and also your BMI, it's also very important to understand your body composition, which I mentioned earlier. With the same weight, but if your body have more muscle, actually you look more fit and also thinner. Yeah, that's all. This is my session. Thank you your attention. Thank you.